And good afternoon. Tonight I'm going to present one subject that is very interesting for the future of the technology, and it's called quantum computing, the reimagining the future of technology. So this sounds like a subject that seems like fiction science, but actually is something that is developing now. It's something that is happening right now and is still in development, but it's something very big that can benefit and exploit all the fields in the technology that we know and we didn't know until now. So let me So, the first point is try to explain this to your people because I know that sounds something like it's very intimidating, very not common for the regular people, but is very more simple than you think when you try to know. The quantum computing is a process of computing that instead of using the common unit that we have now, that is the bit that can represent a state of one and zeros, use a new kind of unit for computing that is called qubits. The qubits is a bit more complicated now, but is basically a kind of unit can represent multiple states in the same time. For example, we can be a one in a procedure, but can be a zero in another procedure. So what this can mean? That means that is something that can we can use or exploit most of the uses or the potential of the components of our computers of our machines, and they can make that help this help to produce and accelerates the process of every calcul, every step, everything that it's trying to do can be a lot faster and a lot more precise because now we can make use of full use of our resources. For now, this is a qubit, or at least one thing that we can call it a qubit. It's like you can see like an atom, I mean the little piece of the matter, but now in a computer. But it is also, like I say, its function is they can work in multiple states at the same time. So with this is the little base for the computer can take another step and exploit his most interesting and awesome procedures for the lives of the persons. Okay, so you may say we are good now. I mean, the equipment that we have now seems good because we use it every day, and with this make us life easier. But now there's something that is going now. The companies and the yeah, mostly the companies that develop the new computers, the new components, expend a lot of money trying to improve, trying to be best, bring the best for their customers. What is this? That can be mean. This means that every time is harder and harder to get better material because we are reaching the top of our capacity. And now with this new kind of computer that's open a whole new world that is that is much efficient, that is much stronger and is more trustable. And now, other problem that we have now with all these kind of motors of computing is the heat. The servers can process all this information in all kind of platforms. They produce a lot of heat, and it's something that affects the planet in the ecosystem. I mean, the temperature of the planet goes higher and higher with with the servers that process all these tons and tons of information. Also, one subject that we all know is the cybersecurity every time is more hard. I mean, the person that try to get your information, person that try to make evil to the technology, every time finds another way to to take advantage of the people. I mean, there's only one click away to take away all your information, all your documents, and now you're exposed, and you can be a victim of very a few so much kind of scams, or even your company can be a risk that uh, can be hacked, and they can make all the people or other people lose their jobs and also put at risk their lives and their style of life. So we can see the development of the procedures of the components every time is trying to escalate. I mean, the first times can be the steps between every generation is every each time is lower. I mean, the difference between 2A9 flops, and then well, we're trying to go step by step. And for now, in the coming years, I mean, to 12, 2013, 2031, we expect that the the advances of the quantum computer can bring us bigger steps in the advances of the components and make sure that we have faster procedures and equipment. How I was saying, the much of the servers that process the lot of data they have to produce every day is a problem because this one produce a heat that is very considerable. I mean, each company, each service, each just imagine everything you work on, and your social media, your database, your site webs, all of them, all the information have to go to a server, and these servers, in the moment that process a lot of information, the the procedure produces heat, and this heat is saying is affecting or is a cause of the global warming. But if we are able to use the quantum computing, the skill effect and the procedures can be less demanding in the production of heat. I mean, we can make us smaller and can be more compact servers of information. The information can be processed in a lot easier way. So the heat that you produce this kind of quantum servers will be lower. For now, all the others kinds of advantages of the quantum computing is the first one, the speed. The kind of procedure that going to happen through the proceeds is going to be much slower. For example, when an engineer is working with systems that have to model, they have to make a simulation about a structure, about a calculum, about every procedure that you can imagine that consume a lot of the processor of the computer or take a lot of time because they're processing a lot of data. With this kind of computer, all this speed will be much higher. I mean, something that can take you hours, now we can make in minutes or even seconds. Also, other things the second kind of advantage is the improved accuracy. Also, about this before the previous advantage, now all these kind of systems that need to process a lot of data can bring a more specific results. I mean, you can see how much are you taking away or how much are you getting for the procedure that you are getting. This means that you have the absolute control about the results and the thing you're operating. Also, you can now use the full processor of your computer. And I mean, you can use a full control, and you don't have to worry about multiple processes that are executing at a time, because the quantum bits are able to produce multiple states in the same time. So it increase the efficiency of your products. And and now the fourth advantage that don't sound much, but actually, if you think that the people now are getting good opportunities, or are you're seeing that there's nothing to work improve in the world, with this kind of computer, all whole kind of situations can open to the world of technology. We can improve technologies that seems we can take a few decades or even 1,000 years. We can improve it so last couple of years, I mean 10, 20 years. So we can make new procedures that can be a lot faster. So for example, the procedure documents, the I mean, you any opportunity that you can imagine and we still don't have a computer, we will possible with this new kind of computer, because it's faster, is more accurate, is more efficient, and all the things go through are based on the opportunities. That is a new opportunity. Now, why does it matters? The main reason why this is important is that every field, I mean, automatics, informatics, electronics, all these kind of fields, we have a bigger improvement with this kind of technology, because the new kind of technology allows to the people to work faster and be able to process a lot of information faster. Also, the quantum computing transform our worlds in where we are the beginning. And the only way that we imagine, I mean, maybe sounds fantasious, but our dreams can come true because of this kind of systems. Now, only there is one question remaining. The question is not if, but when the quantum computing will change the world. It's up to you guys. Thank you so much for the attention, and see you.